Welcome back to Timberborn and our new diameter playthrough. So it's like confession time. The previous video was ready a few weeks ago, but I wanted to try and get the cliffside or Beaver 1 and this one, new diameter Beaver 2, in the sort of the same week. As it didn't make sense to have this one finishing before the cliffside, before the Beaver 1. So that's the reason why I do it. So apologies for the people that were expecting that a few weeks ago. It was all done and all ready for the next day, and then I decided to obviously upgrade things. I wanted more and change the images and do all sorts. So I just wanted to mention that. So it's not going. Keep with it. We will get there with both of them, obviously, and we will be playing a huge amount more at Timberborn through. It's a lot of commitment, this. Remember, you're doing one a week. That's almost a year's play, you know what I mean, of Timberborn for when you start it. So that's if you don't end yourself, you don't finish, or you don't lose in between that time. So let's get on with it. I just thought I'd explain that. And we'll got drought approaching, but we don't tend to have to worry too much. We've got this dirt excavator going, the new, which I didn't even know that you could even build one in the water, to be honest. So that's a turn up for the books. We've got the metal. We are down on the treated planks for now. That's the only issue. I'm going to double speed. This is obviously getting ourselves there. We've got rid of this. We're still just getting through our irrigation pond at the top. And then we'll obviously do another, because we can only go from there, and we'll go around and do another one from here. And that's how it's going to work. Now, obviously, maybe later on when I increase the height of this, we might have another idea. Who knows? We don't know. But then we can start on... We can start looking at this and getting this down to the level that we want, which will be down here. And obviously, we can't really get rid of this because of the way this goes. But we'll work something out. Now, the option is obviously to increase this to one level, to this level here, which we might do. It makes sort of semi-sense to, start increasing that. But we're not doing too bad. We've got a lot more food. We've got a huge amount of logs. Which I've got a massive... The problem is I've got a massive place to actually store everything at this precise moment. But we are getting there. We still obviously... once we get a drought coming, we won't be able to finish this off. So I very much doubt that that'll be finished in this... well, I don't know. Well... No, we've got a few, so I don't think it'll be finished in this drought session anyway. Water is at 3,000, so that's not looking too bad. Again, I've got to start thinking about where I'm going to put everything. That's half the battle. So, yeah, so this is... I mean, some of this is obviously the going up, and this is obviously coming down. But I need to not too sure at this precise moment how much of that. I can obviously take that down. I'm going to have to work out what I can not take of this down. And that's our, obviously, next level. That's the level that we need to have for this next level to work. Which we can do that pretty simply once we get the dirt. This second dirt excavator will make things immensely more easier. Now, I've only got one going. I'm not too sure how many of these. I don't know whether I want. I think in the next session I might take this down and convert this to a treated planks. Because I think it might be worth the effort to do. I'm going to set this as a hauler. Because that means they're going to be in there. Now, how many resin... trees everywhere, but not a... Obviously, I don't want to take these down anywhere. The only issue is let's have a look at that again. We got 53, and I have not enough. I'm gonna run out of resin before I actually have, in a sense, got the thing actually done. So I'm gonna commit to getting rid of this. These are not cut anywhere. I'll uncut for that because I've got so much. It's not even needed anymore. And what we'll do is we'll get them to pick this up. No storage. Well, that probably means it's logs, isn't it? So I need the tapper shack. So we'll build the tapper shack, get that going for resin, because we've already got this lot here, so we don't really have to worry about that. That'll get built. We've got points such and such. I will turn off this. In fact, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start increasing the water level, actually. Although it doesn't seem to be increasing that much. Mainly a lot of that's actually coming from this level here. That's going for another... this water's going to run out. But obviously, I've still got this. That's why I built it. So, no worries about water, to be honest. I'm just going to build this lot where we can't really do much, but we can get that going. And it will pump... These are not going to work, so... Science, I've got 29,000, so I don't really need a lot of science at the moment. Now I got 54. I think it will make sense to get rid of this and get all this picked up. Because I've got no power, this wouldn't run anyway, so I might as well change this to one of these and get this built, get this running. I've got... I'm running out of gears. That's a bit of a downer. But we will get that running eventually. I don't need to worry about logs. Don't need to worry about planks to a degree. I would like this going, but I've only got so many gears. So gears I'm going to run out of. Obviously, I can't run anything else anymore because I haven't got anything else up here to be able to run it. We've only got these left to do. I said I didn't think it was going to be able to be finished. But seeing as it's only that corner, it would make sense to start thinking about I can get rid of these. I can get rid of that. What I want is, obviously, I want the which I'll get it ready in here. Now I know I need to build out some jutted levels for these two. So we'll have them. That was the wrong rotation. We'll certainly have this. We'll certainly have this going in this, and it has taken a while to come to fruition. But that's the nature of this beast on the front. No, I don't want that one, do I? Because they're going to come around that one. So I do lose. I think it's only 2 that I need. Yeah, I need 6, don't I? And then the ladders can go down here, like so. Then we need the aquatic. So that's gonna take us. That needs to be water with a fluid dump, like so. I'll pause them because I don't want them obviously to go and get. And then when we get a chance to get that going, I can take this out because I don't think this is any problem. A faster speed pigs would be a good idea. I'll pause that as well, because I don't particularly want to take all the water out as well. Now, I know we tend to lose this a little bit, but don't forget when we get the aquatic farm, that's all going to come down. I think we'll probably build... I'm not too sure how many I can get. I can get a couple of levels, as we see, so one could be... And we could go up further. I'm not fully sure how far further I can actually get up here. Yeah, we've got enough for at least another level on top of that. Now, obviously, we'd have to build the aquatic farm first, and then basically this level here would then change into the whatever we wanted with the food. So, you know, it's all doable. And that means it's the highest it can actually be then. But obviously we want to get these filled in. It's a lot easier to fill it in with a... When I've got the 2 running, we'll see this exponentially go quite fast. But obviously, now I've got 20. I've got enough the metal blocks, so that's perfectly fine. I only want it for this. Once I've got this, I'll take this one back out again, or I'll take this one back out again probably, because well, it doesn't really matter. Because I take this out, then these stop anyway. I have not obviously got the cocktail crackers and everything else situation sorted at this precise moment, but that food it'll be coming in soon. I haven't got that interconnected, but I will do. I don't particularly need this, I don't think now. Or this, or this. I'm not going to get rid of this yet, because they can obviously go around there. Then the beavers, well, they won't get stuck anyway, because they could go inside, but... Right, so then we've got our full... I'll get rid of that, because that'll be... Okie dokie. Got 3 days left. We're at 2,400. Obviously, like I said, this isn't enough water to sustain anything. And I still want to build this out. This needs to be the reservoir of goodness. And obviously, we've still got potentially another section here. Now, I know this will be the issue. But there may be an option to take this. There's a couple of options. I could go right down. But if I go right down, I'm going to have to build these on stilts, I think. I've now got 113. So I don't really need to. I don't need to worry about treated planks. Once this has got to the maximum of the 200, that'll I don't need to worry. But this section's, like I said, not going to run until I get this going. So I'm going to have to a slight oversight on my part. Yeah, we know you've got nothing in red. So that will cover, obviously, because this is a here, this will cover this. Obviously, we've got, this is actually still taking out, this is still going, but the problem being is I haven't actually got any, I haven't got any, so where have I got the storage going? I could have sworn I'd got the storage going. Yeah, it's definitely there. But they can't mill it, that's why. And obviously we've got the paper, but... Excuse me. I need the paper for these, you see. So these will automatically go. No point having that, no point having that. No point having that. Put another one there. And just doing a bit of cleanup while I'm waiting. I haven't got any more. The trouble is I haven't got any more dirt. So if I'd have known about that excavator, I would have put it in absolutely ages ago instead of trying to run off one. Because I knew what my plan was going to be. But I didn't actually know how I was going to execute it. Now we've started to run out of... Unfortunately, water is gone. So that's a bit of a bone of contention. We will need for the large water, which needs to be turned around, by the way. It needs treated planks. But I'm not going to build that until I get the this going. Because obviously I need 54. And I've still got these, but these, I think three of these, I can't get any closer. I can't get into that. Well, I can, but I can't. I mean, if I'd have actually, well, no. I could have only built it one over, and that wouldn't have been enough. If this wasn't here, I will need to run this at some stage. Which again is another problem. Yeah, it just so happens you've just got me on just on a drought situation, but this can happen. Remember, this is just such a tiny map. You know, we can't do much, and that's the problem. I suppose I could. I mean, that's wheat flat. No, that's just wheat, isn't it? That's wheat flour. Wheat and. I don't know what I was doing with these. Again, I've got to move all this somewhere. This is the problem with this. It's a tiny little map. I mean, I could use all this for industry as well. So I could build something like that for the industry. And again, here we go. Right, once this starts going again. We'll probably... It's not as if we're not feeding ourselves as well, so... I mean, I've got a few berries. I know I've got grown potatoes. That's all I've got in at the moment. It's mainly because I can't get any of this running. How many... I've got quite a few unemployed, so I might as well start thinking about getting these things going. This won't go yet, unfortunately, because I can't get these two to go. Or that, which I don't particularly really need to run here, I don't think. I've got... Well, I suppose it's not really doing any harm, is it? Extract, I've got full extract. Yeah, so it's starting to fill back up again. Water, look at that. We had only 700 water left after all this. Obviously, that's, like I said, it's got to change. I mean, you could put another... I mean, we could have another level. And there's no reason why that all this couldn't be you know... I mean, what else food can you make? Crops. See, these are only 2 water. Wheat's obviously... Yeah, they're only the 2 water. Sunflowers doesn't seem to do anything. I mean, they do have a bit of drought. Potatoes are rubbish. Well, wheat's even worse. Well, in fact, carrots are the only one that have as half decent. So we should be doing some carrots as well. That's another... Like I said, there's a whole host of levels we need to build in this. We're nearly there. This is now filled in. So I can get rid of this because I don't need this anymore. They can pick that up. And we are almost there with this. Right. The dirt excavator is running. This is on a primary. These gears are going to fill straight into this. Because that's what I'm using them for. Once I can get this running, I'll get this running. It was a bit of a... You could say it was a bit of an oversight, but it's not that bad. I think this is filling up as well. So I'm going to send this back down to 65. Because I normally overflow it and then we have problems. I just want to get the water back up to... I haven't got enough water butts either, so that it's not as if that's not the problem either. So I think I can get rid of this, and I can get rid of this, and I can start to think about this. That can now go. That can be on. It only wants planks and things, so I should be relatively okay. Get rid of that as well to pick that up. And that. I need to make sure this is all out the way. Yeah, so this half will go over there, because obviously this only goes to here, and this will probably come back over to here. So both of them will basically do that. How many more have I got? I've still got 9. I'm interested in turning this on. This power isn't connected. It clearly is connected. It's saying it's not connected to a building, but it clearly is. So I think there's a bug in that somewhere. But we'll humour it and we'll do that, and then that might. Oh no! No! That's not the right. It's not that it hasn't got any power. It hasn't got any stairs to get to it. Pictures doofed up. I'm going to have to turn that on the side, aren't I? Because I want that to go in. That's cocktail crackers. That's cocktail crackers. Well, that's the flour. Then that will have the... Once that's built, then we should be fine with that. I should then have enough to start thinking about building that. Right, there we go. Nothing in... Well, they can't get down, I don't think. That's not actually... Nothing's... Oh, I haven't selected a... Well, it doesn't really matter, because... Yeah, that's fine. As I was saying, that's not a problem. Now I want to plant... I might as well plant while I'm waiting. Yeah, so it's going to plant these now. Then I'll plant... I think the rest of it's the cocktail crackers, isn't it? That, I think. And then we should be... I need to make sure that that's... I'll set that to haulers. They can do the hauling thing. Right. So now we've got this... well, what? Oh, I've done it again. Do you know, every time I... Oh, it really annoys me every time I do that. I did the cardinal sin again, and... Blooming did that. I wish sometimes it would warn you that and say, no, you can't build this here because you've got a thing in the way, but it doesn't say. Let's try that again, shall we? We've got the I've got enough gears, I've got enough everything. It'll just, it'll have to do that in a minute. We've got a lot of dirt coming in. Dirt's flying in. So if that dirt's flying in, let's start to concentrate on this, I think. If I do that, I think that'll... they'll just build that when they've got a bit of free time. Although, is it best to blow that down first? Possibly. But where the hell do I put that extractor? That's the problem. I can get one up here. That's for... and I'll empty that on one of them. But I'll empty both of them, actually. That's going to need a emptying. That doesn't need to be here anymore. Don't need the... because we've got the full... we've got the full this now. Are we making paper? We are making paper. If we're making paper, I'm gonna... how many gears I've got? Oh, I don't want to do that until I've got this running again. Now I've successfully got that running again. They can go, but I don't know where I've got an actual place for these. Well, I could... I could just dump them on there for now. Most of the problem with this game is room. You just don't have the room to actually... as long as that's not building anything, I'll turn that off. And I'm going to empty all this out. Obviously, this is now gone. I want to. So what we'll do is, I'm going to have to obviously re-get this sorted again, but it does make sense to tip down this to the level that I want. Probably, what the hell? We've got to tick it all down, so let's just tick it all down. That needs a 1. Get rid of all that. Get rid of all that. That. Get rid of all this for now. And I'll just blast that down. Because I want to blast this down before I want to start building this. I think the beavers can actually get in there and blast that. I don't know how much of that I can get rid of. I take this one, it'll take this one. Right, it's cleaned them. That one can go, that one can go. Oh, I missed this one here. So we'll mark that for getting rid of, and we'll put that as a full. I'm not too worried about the food, you see. I'm more concerned about actually getting rid of all this out of the way so we can start to... actually, I think that's a 1. That might be a 2, but if I put it as a 2, I can't really see, and it won't affect it. So that's done. Yeah, it said it could do all these. I'll add that back in again. I'm not worried about the extract. Because I've got, apparently I've got all this extract. I said, where's all the extract bit? I've got 39 gears. I will consider building that now as a priority. The reason why is, it's obvious reason why. That goes round in a circle, so I won't even. Technically, I won't be able to use that, but I bet I could use. If I want a third one, there's no reason why I couldn't have it, because that's 3. This is 3. If I could have it in this, and I think that's a 4. Platform. So I could potentially. I'd have to take out this back here. But not overly worried so far. My intention would be to make this straight, I think. I obviously cannot send it through there, underneath this. I could straighten this out slightly so it was sort of a... But it is flowing quite well. I'm going to set that to about 75. Eventually I won't need to worry about this. Got 200 in dirt so far. Right, how we doing? We've got that, means I could take this back level out, no problem. Right, so that's our level. Not this one here, because obviously... well, it's gonna... Well, I suppose it's gonna open that up. That's an issue, but it's not an issue. This is the level, but I can only go so far. Right, let's blow this. Delete that now, because I don't need this any higher than it is. But why aren't you deleting what I want you to delete? That's better. And I don't need that ladder that high. So I still need to be in there. That means obviously I will need to connect this to a path still. Just to be able to get them in. I don't think I need this one. I'll be able to do a path to that, see what I can add in. It might not allow me to add anything in, to be honest, until I think that might be as is. That can go. That goes down to that level. These can go down. This can be eradicated. That means this we've got down to the 2. This, I think this complains, I think. The reason why it complains is I think it's connected to a... let's go back. I think this is connected to a... Yeah. If I do this first, I think I'll get away with it then. I could build... Not that. That's not what I want to build. I could build that. And the reason why is then I can get this right the way over to here because it's right next door to it. Once I build that, then I can go that way, you see. And I think because that's next door to that, it will allow me to now put this on. Yeah, that one will go that way. Which would more than likely allow me to do this. There we go. Right, so now I nope, that's not demolish. Yeah. You know, before I was demolishing this and it was taking this out, but because I put... Oh, excuse me. That's there. That wants to be filled in as well. And that. I'm sort of going to get rid of this. I might as well. The reason why is because obviously I want to take all this down, and there's no point me having this here if it's going to be in the way. Right, that's out of the way. Mark this section for taking down, and this. How much of that do I take down as well? I'll take it all down. to this pillar. I take all of this section down, so I might as well. How many? I haven't got many explosives left. I said I didn't need any more, but that was slightly wrong. There's something up here. Oh, that's a keeper in it, so no, I'll leave that. I can do this section, but I'm gonna have to keep that. And all this needs to be done. And that needs to be done. Take that out. Right then. We're getting there. I think that's going to be for potatoes, I think. Like I said, I'm going to increase this is where the reservoir's going to be, and we're going to blast in there to sort the reservoir. This will then, we'll have no problem then of, I'm going to pause. I've got 3,000, so I don't need. I've still not got that built yet. Why have I not got that built? I can start to take some of these out, I think. I think it might be worth doing that, what I said with the water. 3, because if you take 3, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. I think that'll be enough that these 3, the 3 here, would actually be enough to see. Now it's going down in the square, so we know actually how far we, you know, I need to take down. That will be a 3. But I'm going to put this down as a... well, I'm going to leave it. I'm not putting it as a... well, no, I'll have to underset it, or whatever they call it. Because it might do these first, and I don't want them to be done first. I want this to be done first. It doesn't matter now. Now I can put the dirt back on. Once I've... I can't do that one under there, unfortunately, because that thing's in the way. I mean, I could build another one. Why have I got that paused? Apologies, I've got that paused. Should have had it paused. I need to keep an eye on the food situation. The food is fine. They will still run because of the bad water. I've got paper. I think I must have used all the paper then. No. That means I've got the paper somewhere and I can't see it there. Unfortunately, a windmill would not go in there. Because if we hit it this. But I've had one of these, it wouldn't have mattered. How much dirt? Oh, we've got dirt. That's good. I've got 10. I've not got the... Now I've got it running. The option, I think I'm going to take this down then. Because I don't need it. I only needed it for... to get this running. No wonder I've got like a massive amount of dirt. This is brilliant because now we can start to supercharge this. Want to get that in. I think they can build that from there, actually. Although this was not ideal, and I'll use a little bit, but it's not worst in the world. Can actually build that one as well. Can they, I'm gonna have to try and get there somehow. Yes, I can, I think that one will be able to be done as well. This will be super duper trooper. Where do I want this one? I think I'll have this one here. That one could be built. It just allows me to bring the, like this coming this way. And get in there. It's not easy to get in. It's just like... But it's obviously coming together. I mean, I've got 5 days to get this back running. Now we're almost at the end of the video. It doesn't feel as if I've accomplished a lot in this, but actually you'll find that I have accomplished a lot of stuff because of how it's, you know, now we've got our. It's finally done. Now we're just concentrating on the next level. Obviously, I've run out of this, so I can't actually do this at this precise moment. But obviously in the next play that we do, we'll be able to see this finished off, and everything will be okie-dokie. I can put them there. I can do that. I'll let that do, because that needs to come down to that level. We haven't had this one in yet. Can't reach too far from a district. Because I just decided to put that over there, so I'll blow this one. Not ideal, but not to worry. And get that one in and blow that, and then I'll have to fill that back in again. Let's do the video close, and because we are getting to the end. We've got 4 days left, and there's not much I can do without water to get these running again. I've got a couple, obviously. I've got a couple of hundred dirt, but the trouble is I don't want to use the dirt because well, yeah, I could have used the dirt. Well, I've got to use the dirt here to fill this in, because this is the level, isn't it? So it would make sense while we're doing a bit of a close video to get that in. And yeah, so now don't forget, this is running again. We've got our cliffside and the other, like I said earlier on, so that's all going. And obviously when we get them done, we'll be looking at some more Timberborn. And don't forget, Saturday or Sunday, you've still got the waterfalls and the plains and the lakes to watch and enjoy. They're in the later stages, but we are getting there. Anyway, so that's the end of this. like I said, we'll finish this off next time. Well, this will be when I get the water thing back. We can blow this down. That's my next level, as you can see. This is my level here. Now, I think I'll start to once I've finished this level, I'll get rid of this and get rid of some of these here, and I think I'll bring this out to that level. It makes sense to bring it out. The option then could be to, I think I want to line this up so the water's lined up. Move that over. That could give me a bit more maybe for industry and things like that. But obviously that's, and obviously we're going to build a little reservoir here. Or the industry could go on top of the reservoir if we could get power to it internally or something like that. There's a whole host of things to do on this. So check back soon. Well, next week, in fact. And currently we're running this on a Friday, and we'll be running Cliffside on a Tuesday. Don't forget to check out pigsdv.com for all latest videos and other videos of Factorio and other series. And we will see you then. Take care.